Hi, Sylvia. I just wanted to make contact with you. I have had several profiles on Facebook, but for like too many friend requests and stuff, I've been banned quite a few times. And I had started to tell you a bit of a story that I thought you would be interested in. But I can't seem to get you back as a fan or, you know, in my group. I've requested you, but you haven't responded. My name is Karen Lynn Crozier. I have to put Munson at the end though because I've been banned and it's a family name. But first of all, let me show you. This is my son. He's 9 years old, Julian Jared Crozier, and I have a story to tell you. I have Montel, as a matter of fact, as a friend, so I'm hoping maybe you'll come to me next. When I used to live out in Arizona before severe illness, my son was about 2, and he was in a corner, and he was talking. I thought, what is he babbling on about? So I started asking him questions like, who are you talking to? And he said, my sister. I said, your sister? Who's your sister? And he said, Audrey. And I said, is she big or little? And he said, she's bigger. And he, at 2 years old, had no idea that many years ago I was pregnant. And in my 5th month of pregnancy, they did an ultrasound. The ultrasound didn't show any heartbeat or movement. They tried to make me abort it. I wound up in the hospital bleeding, and they had to do more intensive surgery to remove the baby because I was further along than they had thought. And it was a girl, and I named her Audrey. And that was the end of it. I never talk about it or anything. My 2-year-old son, just out of the blue, came up with this older sister, Audrey. Over the years, he's mentioned Audrey a few times, but a friend of mine and I went out to dinner at Chili's a couple of months ago. And all of a sudden, Audrey came up. And I wanted a witness. I said, tell Gary about Audrey. And then I said, how old is she? And he goes, she's 18, which is exactly how old she would be. I said, when's her birthday? And he said, November. And that's when she was due. As a matter of fact, I think he said November 17th, which was my due date. And he said that she wanted me to be her mother. He said that she likes Sprite and macaroni and cheese. And I said, well, how do you know that? And he said one day he opened a can of Sprite and sat it on his stand by his bed, went out in the other room, and when he came back, the can was empty and on its side. So he decided to take his macaroni and cheese and put some on a plate in his room, and he went back later, and that was gone. And the other day he brought her up. He said that on her birthday, November 17th, she wants us to go to Chili's. I don't understand. I've always been kind of psychic. I pick up the phone and I already know who it is. I've got a lot of psychic experiences that I could share with you that would maybe not astound you as well known a psychic as you are. My mother adores you and reads all your books. I've read some. But I really would like you to talk to my son. And I'm thinking, I tell him, I say, she's your big sister. She's your guardian angel. She's your spirit guide. She's there to make sure you're safe and happy and well cared for. But I wish there was some way that I could contact her. I don't know, except for what my son tells me. He's 9 now. I can't figure out why I can't communicate with her. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about it. If you want to, you can call me. I'm not some whack job or anything. I live in Central Florida and I keep irregular hours, but my number's 863-386-0163 or 863-202-6411. I think I'm going to send this to Montel too, because if there's any chance that maybe we could be on the show, I think that would be good, because this is a really, truly phenomenal thing that he's come up with information that's impossible. Oh, and here's the clincher. He said that it hurt when she died. I said, why did it hurt? And he said, because they cut her up into little pieces and it hurt. That's what they had to do because of me being further along. It wasn't a D&C, it was a D&E evacuation where they went in and they had to physically cut the baby up and vacuum the baby out. But they were able to tell me it was a girl and all that. But I couldn't believe that. That was recently that he told me it hurt when she died because they cut her up into little pieces. How on earth could he possibly know that? I never even told my best friend about it. So, I don't know. I've had some experiences with places I've been in. I felt that they were haunted, and I'd like to talk to you. There's some other issues about some deceased people that are kind of strange too. But I'm going to close for now. I'll send this to you and to Montel. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.